Hello, beautiful beings. Welcome to the Blissfully-lit podcast. I'm your host, Samie. It is a pleasure to be here with you today as we dive into a little self-reflection and different happenings along my journey. Today, I wanted to bring the focus to constancy of aim and effort. This is one of the virtues that we practice in our Hatha Yoga, and it's a really nice reflection to consider how one practices constancy of aim and effort and prevents laziness in their life. It's also nice to consider all the factors that go into practicing this constancy and accomplishing pure focus on goals. And so I'm looking at one of Grandmaster Choakaksui's books called Achieve the Impossible. And a quote from this book, it's just a short line that I highlighted, is success does not necessarily depend on hard work. Reformulate your strategy, work through the details. What I've found in most goals in life and most choices, opportunities, there's a certain amount of clarity that goes into deciding which choice most aligns with the focus, the aim, the purpose of where you're headed. And in achieving this focus, it's easy to get distracted. And I make a prime example of this in each podcast that I record. I do a rough outline and I plan and take maybe some notes or jot some ideas down. But I really practice the constancy of aim and effort and that focus, that clarity throughout each recording, because there is no strict outline and strict details that I'm moving into. And that takes strategy, that takes a little bit of skill, but it also takes some effort and it takes some ease. And this brings me to the topic that I'd really like to discuss, is finding that ease when you're putting forth all the effort to accomplish something. There are many, many books, so much guidance on achieving strategies, being successful, finding your purpose and just doing it and being so willful and just making every choice pushing toward a goal. And that's amazing. And the books are super duper helpful and I love them. I have many that I've used and they've been extremely helpful to me. But we also have to consider other factors of our bodies and our nervous systems in achieving these goals and exercising the will. Because sometimes when we get so willful, we can activate subconscious holding patterns of our bodies. So sometimes our bodies can have experienced some sort of trauma or stress, and perhaps it's something that we don't even remember from childhood or just earlier in life, perhaps even further back. And our bodies react to stress by locking up and holding in different patterns. And sometimes when we exercise our will to accomplish goals, we can lock our bodies up, and it can put our bodies kind of into a fight or flight response of stress. And one thing that's really helped me has been Reiki therapy. And this book is by Dr. Jack Willis. One of the key factors of Reiki therapy is proper breathing. And so many of us don't realize how our breath gets held, just depending on circumstance and depending on internal feelings, external influences, and how they are affecting us. So he describes a breathing technique that is used in Reiki therapy. And I actually guide this breathing technique when I conduct yoga sessions too. So I'd like you to take a moment if you can. If it's just not safe to do, don't do this right now, but you can come back to it, or you can listen to this technique and practice it later. But put one palm on your heart and one palm on your belly. And just take a couple of breaths. And just notice where your breath is going. Do you take a deeper breath? Do you feel your belly move? Do you take a shallower breath and just feel your chest barely moving? What are you feeling in the body? When you breathe, does it feel tight in the chest? Does it feel soft? Does it feel full, firm? Just feel any kinds of sensations that are going on in your body. Now I want you to bring your awareness to where you're breathing in. And we're going to breathe in through our mouth. Sort of sighing it out. We're breathing in and out of the mouth. And if you do an audible sigh, that's okay too. I want you to bring your breath into your belly first, then to your chest. And as you exhale, exhale through the belly and then the chest. So we'll inhale. Feeling that inflation and deflation of the lungs. But you can also feel your belly rising and falling. You can feel your chest rising and falling with those fingertips. And just take a few more breaths, moving at your own pace through your own rhythm. And just keep breathing, noticing anything that comes up and sighing it all out. And just take two more breaths, just slowing this pace down. And move your palms to the side. And just notice those sensations that we scanned at the beginning of this exercise. Notice what's changed. Personally, I'm noticing more calmness. My back feels a little looser. And I'm noticing that my breath is moving a little deeper, very naturally. This is just one exercise that can stimulate your nervous system to calm down. So working with the nervous system can be a balancing act. And this is mentioned in Strong and Fearless by Phil Nuremberg. This is an incredible book, by the way. And he mentions that the autonomic nervous system, which is our nervous system that's just working in the background, it's almost like the subconscious version, of the nervous system. So it's just back there working, and it regulates the activities of your organs. So just consider if you do this breath exercise regularly at any point in time. It can be a time when you're not stressed. It can be a time just when you kind of notice that maybe something's off, or a time that you're really, really wanting to achieve something and you want to calm yourself down before you step into whatever tasks and details are required for said purpose. And just notice the difference that it can make just taking a few minutes for breath work to regulate your nervous system and allow you to work at an optimal level. All too often, we just jump and we jump and we work and we work, and we forget to care for our bodies. And our bodies can really get stressed out. And another thing that is mentioned in Strong and Fearless is that our body's battery, the dantian, it is a generator of enormous physical energy. It's actually in the center of this autonomic nervous system. There are nerve cells inside your gut. And those can be affected by the food you eat. They can also be affected by, how you're breathing and how you're caring for your body. So I encourage you to take a step back before you step forward and pause. And take care of your body. Find different ways to regulate and de-stress. Because slow and steady really can win the race. It's funny. I've always admired the tortoise and the hare story. I always admired the tortoise. I've always liked turtles, and I even had a pet tortoise as a child for a little while. And they're quite wise. They live for many, many years. And they take it easy. They're strong. They get it done. But they also take their time. And when they need to, they curl up in their shell. And we can consider this for ourselves and for body regulation, nervous system regulation, for all those external stimuli that we have in this modern age. When's the last time you sat out in the grass for 20 minutes straight and had no technology with you? I challenge you to try that. See what a difference it makes. Find that magic, that connection with yourself and with the world when you come into that peace. So this, to sum this up, um, I'll refer back to Grandmaster Choa book, Achieve the Impossible. In the next line, he states, remove your inner obstacles and then go for your target. When you remain calm, you are ready to focus on the target. Keep this softness in mind as you reach for these incredible goals that you are highly capable of reaching. I believe in you, and I know that you can do it. And I know that you believe in yourself too. Just take a moment for that self-love, for that connection, so you can find your wholeness. It's in that wholeness that we achieve, we connect, we magnetize. Now, before we close out, we'll do a short meditation. I'd like you to close your eyes. Bring your tongue to the roof of your mouth. And silently give thanks to that which you believe in. Thank them for bringing us together today. Thank them for this beautiful life we live. Give thanks for this opportunity for connection. And feeling that gratitude and that respect. Focus on your chest. On your heart center. Begin taking deeper breaths. Again, the tongue remains on the roof of the mouth. We're breathing through our nose. And just noticing that area. Lighting up. And feel the peace and the love and the bliss. Allow it to radiate through your entire being. Through the palms, through the feet. To the world around you. Ah. And bring your awareness between the eyebrows and then to the top of the head. Imagine a beautiful light radiating in all directions. Allowing our breath to ease into this light. Feeling the peace, the love, and the bliss as it radiates through your entire being. Notice the breath slowing. And bring your awareness back to that light. And simply let things be. And these sounds bring you deeper, deeper. Here we are at peace. Here we are one. Free. Free. Back to the forehead, back to the tongue, back to the fingers, back to the toes, back to the breath. Take a deeper belly breath, sigh it out. Deep belly breath, sigh it out. And slowly begin to open your eyes. With a beautiful smile, cherishing this moment, cherishing this bliss, cherishing this peace that you have created, and it's yours to carry with you throughout each and every day. I invite you to massage the palms of your hands, massage the soles of your feet, massage your temples, your neck. Give yourself that tender love and care. Immense gratitude to our bodies for being so wonderful to us and allowing us to sense this beautiful world, to learn, to grow together. And together we can achieve the impossible. Until next time, stay blissful. Love you all. Namaste.